to your favorite bookish podcast, Fully Booked and Caffeinated. I'm Kelsey.
And I'm Heather.
And today we have our monthly bonus episode, Bookish Banter, where we discuss the other books we've been reading this past month and whether we recommend them, and also our other favorite pop culture obsessions. This is November's recap, which means that we're stressing about Thanksgiving. We're actually recording this a little bit early. We're recording this pre-Thanksgiving. I am stressing because I didn't want to make a turkey, and now I am making a turkey, and now my entire personality is this fucking turkey. So yeah. I actually ordered several gadgets to help me with said turkey.
That you're never going to use again.
No, every year I'm literally not going to celebrate Thanksgiving, but I'm just going to be like, I'll come to your house and bring a turkey. This turkey is my whole personality, okay? And if I fuck it up, then I'm going to have to talk to my therapist about it, aka Heather, because I've been texting her about it a lot. Anyway, and that means that Heather is fully blown in Christmas mode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. As 100%. To be expected.
Mm-hmm.
And we're also getting ready to go see Wicked. We were just talking about it before we started recording.
I know. I can't
excited.
wait. I'm so excited.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that on our next Bookish Banter, but everyone will have seen it by then.
Yeah, and it seems like people are liking it.
Yeah, I think it's one of those that anyone who went to go see it, like the first couple of days it came out, I feel like they would like it even if it's not that good. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah, that's good. That's
like those the people who like sing in the theater type thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Which is not us. We're going to a matinee. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Okay, so what are you drinking, Heather?
I have a nice fountain Dr. Pepper because I was too tired yesterday to go grocery shopping, which is probably for the best because it probably would have been a madhouse yesterday.
Yeah.
Even though tonight, this evening at 5:30 p.m. on a Monday, it was still a madhouse.
I was
not as bad.
It's probably
but
just as
still,
bad.
You know, people just leaving their carts in the aisle and walking around and just not being remotely respectful of people around them.
Yeah.
So, but luckily I didn't need a lot because it's Thanksgiving week, so it's kind of like an off week food wise. So I just kind of got the essentials. And then Eric is making a ratatouille for Thanksgiving.
Oh.
So I had to buy his ingredients. And he's also making a peanut soup. I don't know what it is, but
I just feel like Eric makes the most random shit. Like he'll take a recipe book and just close his eyes and choose. And it's always delicious. But
I know. I'm just
so
like, all right,
random.
Sure.
I feel like I would like a peanut soup because I really like Thai food with like the peanut sauce.
Yeah. And I think that's kind of like why he's making it. But we'll see. It'll be this Thanksgiving. My family is actually going to his family's house. So it's going to be like the first Thanksgiving where like the families are like intermingled, which is actually the first time. And we've been together like over 10, we've been together like 10 years.
That's hectic, but also really cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Wish us luck. Godspeed. Okay.
Yeah.
I am drinking an alcoholic beverage because I have had a fucking day and a fucking week, and it's only Monday when we're recording this. So, I'm having a gingerbread cider from Burnt Mills, which is that cidery in New Jersey. And it's very good. I was choosing between the Fall Harvest, I think that's what it's called, or Autumn Harvest, I don't know, and the gingerbread, but I felt like gingerbread was a little more Christmassy, and I'm not gonna lie, it tastes like Fall Harvest. I don't know. I can't tell the difference. It's delicious. I don't know.
I would say they're probably still, maybe it's a little sweeter.
It probably has a little more, maybe it has some molasses in it. I don't know. When I was in high school and I was in home ec, we made gingerbread houses, but like from scratch, like with the molasses and stuff.
That's a lot.
Yeah, the whole time I'm like, why would we do this? You can just buy it already made.
Or like in pieces to put together.
Yeah. It was, listen, high school years were not normal. Okay, we got to get into it. Cheers.
Cheers.
We're already off the rails. We're 4 minutes in. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I actually have a lot of books this month.
Oh, wow. How many you got?
I have 4.
Wow.
Because every one of them was an audiobook. And can I just say, if we did not start listening to audiobooks, I would not be reading a goddamn thing. But this is what I read when I'm walking the dog, when I'm cleaning, when I'm grocery
That's
shopping.
great.
So, and actually, well, okay, I'm a liar. 3 of them are audiobooks. The first one was a physical book because I read it on the airplane when we went to New Orleans. So the first one was The Dead Husband Cookbook by Danielle Valentine. I talked about this recently because it was a new release this year. This was very fun, and it had a cool format where they included like recipes mixed in. And as you start getting into the story, the recipes are titled like, just found out my husband is cheating lasagna. You know what I mean? So that part is fun. I did think the twists were super predictable, but it didn't bother me because the story was like more about the characters and how they got to those twists. But I will say it was not the genre I was expecting, because this is the really cool cover with like the bleeding heart and stuff. This is not horror at all. It was definitely thriller.
Okay.
And the main character had a running in the wrong direction during a horror movie vibe that was very annoying. But overall, I liked it. It was entertaining.
Good.
And then my second book we both read because this was our book club pick from this month. So Everyone is Lying to You by Joe Piazza. I think overall consensus was that it's a fun, quick read. We definitely had some issues with it. There are a lot of super dark topics that were introduced and then just never mentioned again.
Yeah.
And we didn't get to know the characters enough. Like, why they were the way they were, why they did the things they did. But the whole influencer culture and, like, the retreat that they go on with all the different groups of influencers and the trad wives and the religion, all of that in there was so fun, and I loved that whole part of it.
Yeah, I really liked the whole influencer vibe because it feels so relatable to current times.
Yeah, like it felt very just like refreshing because it felt current, but not cheesy.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I feel like this book would have been much better if they hadn't tried to make it dark and disturbing and just like embraced the lighthearted influencer part of it, you know? But I liked it more than afterwards I was like, oh, I liked that more than I thought I would.
Yeah, you know? I agree. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
Not a bad pick. We also discussed it for like 4 minutes at book club. But...
per usual.
All right, so then I finally listened to The Shining by Stephen King. I actually didn't even rate this one because I wrote a review, but I didn't rate it because I had to think about it first, and I still am not done thinking about it. I really liked the horror elements. Like, it is definitely creepy, and all of the creepy stuff from the movie is just as creepy in this audiobook. And we get like the development and the background of the characters that we were missing in the movie. But I just don't think the aggressive vulgarity and the racism is necessary. Like, racism, sure, because it plays into the story of how, what's the guy's name? Dick, the chef. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Of how, like, he deals with racism, but do they have to keep using the N-word over and over again? Probably not. And there's this weird part where Wendy's talking to her son and starts thinking about masturbating.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. I think this is probably a common theme in Stephen King books, but it just feels icky.
Yeah.
But I still think it's worth the listen and it's worth the read, especially if you do love the movie.
Yes.
But I know,
because I definitely do.
Oh, and also, Jack is even worse than we thought.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, no surprise there, but wow. But actually, Wendy is better than we thought. So,
But I think that was also the whole point of why Stephen King didn't want Shelley Duvall, because it took away from the Wendy character that he created in his book.
Yeah, like she's so much more aware and in control in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely see why that would make him unhappy.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. From what I read.
Right. And then last but not least, I listened to Do Not Disturb by A.R. Torrey. This is the second in the Deanna Madden series. I read the first one, I think it was the year before last, and I loved it. It's about a cam girl who can't leave her apartment because she has uncontrollable homicidal thoughts.
Nice.
So
who doesn't these days?
Right. So half of it is just like her being a cam girl and just like all the different like dildos and costumes she's using. And then the other part is just like her insatiable desire to go out and murder people.
Okay.
Which is like, I don't know. I feel like a caricature of my two personalities, but still my two personalities. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But this one I didn't like as much. I feel like the reason I liked it at all is because I love Deanna from the first book so much. But this was actually so fucking dark. Like, there were POV chapters from the male like antagonist, and he's this like very sadistic sexual predator.
Good. Love that.
Yeah, so I was like, no thank you. And like hearing it in my ear holes, I was like wow, this is like making me scared to leave my house.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was dark. And the ending just like kind of fell flat. But so it wasn't my favorite, but I still am a fan of Deanna Madden. So I'll allow it.
All right.
And there is a third one, and I'm going to listen to it.
And is that like the final, or is it going to be like a continued series?
I think it's the final. Yeah, the third one is If You Dare. And A.R. Torrey is, hold on, you know her because she's a romance writer.
Oh, she's another one that does like thrillers under a different pen name?
Exactly. I can't remember her name now. Alessandra Torrey. Okay, it's not even like a pen name. It's just the same name without initials. Anyway, yeah, so she does romance books. So I'm not surprised that this has so much like sexual content in it, but then she like throws in the dark parts, and I'm like, oh, maybe you went a little too far. You know what I mean? Maybe stick with the sexy parts.
Yeah.
Anyway, so not a bad month, but nothing wowed me.
That's kind of how I felt about my month too, though.
Okay, let's hear it.
Like you said, we both read Everyone is Lying to, and literally I said, good palate cleanser book. Fun, kind of almost like a fun whodunit and like writing, because like she really makes you wonder like who it could be with all like the different influence characters. But I definitely think that I feel like everyone at book club pretty much liked it. You know, so that was good. The rest are all, to no one's surprise, romances. I read, so there's 2 books so far. There's a third that comes out next year. It's the Undone series by Peyton Corinne. And so they're sports romances and all hockey, because all 3 of the dudes are on the hockey team in college. So the first one is Unsteady, and this one is a good book to read if you like mental health representation in romances.
Okay.
Because there's a lot, like the main male character, he gets like very hurt in a game, and he basically like kind of like shuts off from the world, and he has a lot of like PTSD and like anxiety. And so the female main character is like an ice skater for the college, and so they like meet each other on the rink, and then
on the rink. That sounds funny.
Love.
Okay.
And it was also good is that there's no third act breakup, which is always the worst. And the way that I saw it, people classified this as a black cat by broken golden boy. So she's a black cat, and he's like a broken golden boy.
Okay.
So yeah, she's a little like fierce. Like she's definitely the female main character is definitely like a fierce badass.
Okay, I like a broken man. So broken golden boy sounds nice.
Yeah.
Wait, I have a question before you go on.
Yeah.
So since you are a sports romance hockey girly, do you get on the side of TikTok where it's like the girls who go to hockey games just to watch the hockey players doing their warm-ups where they're like fucking the ice?
Honestly, no. Once in a blue moon, it'll pop up, but actually not really.
Well, the problem is you watch one and then it just never stops.
I know.
But I think it's so funny.
I know. And I feel like at one point, not recently, but when that first started, when it really took off on TikTok, the whole like hockey romance, the hockey players were like into it.
Oh yes, I remember that. And then wasn't there this girl who was like stalking one of the players?
Yeah.
And then like his wife or something was really uncomfortable about it.
There was like this whole lore. Yeah.
That was a while ago. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and she kind of like played it off like she wasn't doing anything wrong, but then people were like, no, you're like sexually harassing this dude. You should probably stop that.
I think the worst part is that hockey is like one of the youngest sports.
Yeah.
So like these boys are young.
Yeah, exactly. Because like even like the series that I read, like their college, you know, and it's true because it's kind of like so similar with like football too. When you get scouted and you get hired, you know, you're sometimes only like 21 years old.
And hockey, it's like someone will be 26 and they're like, oh, he's geriatric. And you're like,
yeah. I feel like hockey is like the one sport you have to be.
Because it's also so dangerous. It's definitely one of the most dangerous sports. Okay, sorry, go on.
It's all right. The second one is Unloved, and this one is a definite slow burn. This actually this was the book that I read on our trip to New Orleans. So I read it. Actually, I finished the first one, and then I started the second one when we were going home. But it's definitely a slow burn. It's got like a friends to lovers vibe. This one is a tutor. She's a tutor. He's a hockey player / reformed playboy. So, you know, one of those. Kind of like a Naily situation, but hockey,
what?
Not basketball. Naily?
I don't know what that is.
Nathan and Haley from One Tree Hill?
Oh!
Tutor girl?
Yes. I'm so sorry. Wow, I didn't realize we were bringing it back to the reality TV. You know,
you
say sports and my head just like floats off into space.
Well, Nathan Scott and his good old basketball.
Yeah,
you're
right about that. Okay. I like
so it's kind of like that, but the main guy in this one isn't as much as an asshole as Nathan was. So there's that.
I always forget that he was just such a piece of shit.
Yeah, he really was. But they were both pretty good. So I'm excited for the third one. I believe it comes out in February of next year, but don't quote me on that.
Okay.
But I think it's early next year. And then I started my Christmas romances. So I started with How My Neighbor Stole Christmas by Megan Quinn. And
that sounds cute.
She's definitely a humor author. I've read at least one other book, maybe two by her. She's not my favorite, to be honest, but I want to like read the Christmas romances. I'm trying to stay on task here with my reading. So I read it. I'm reading the second one in the series now, and you know, they're not bad. They're definitely like, you know, obviously she's also a very spicy author. And so this one is a Christmas romance holiday competition.
Okay.
I actually love it. So the town that they live in Colorado is basically Christmas year round. Like it's like a Christmas town, but obviously at like Christmas time, they do like this competition, and it's like 5 people and they're all competing to like show who's like the most Christmassy person in town.
Wait, how do they prove this? It's like
There's
decorations?
a lot. There's a lot. Decorations, making candy canes, doing putting shows on.
Okay, so
yeah,
these people make you look like an amateur.
Yeah, literally, actually.
Okay.
Like, this is actually my dream. Is this town is where I want to live, realistically. But it's a fake it's like a fake dating, kind of, and then enemies to lovers. And I will say it was definitely too long for my taste. And like that's like the issue I've been running into recently with some of these romances, is that some of them are definitely like way too long. And I'm like, you could have, like, because that's kind of how I felt with the Peyton Corinne books that I read. They both were like over 400 pages. And I was like, 100 pages of this could have been cut out. Because it was very repetitive. You know, like, it was good, but it was definitely like, very repetitive. And same thing with this one. It was just kind of like the same things just kept being like brought up over and over again. But it was cute. Like, it's Christmassy. So now I'm reading the second one, which just came out. And it's Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal, which you might have seen. Because that's like been like one of the Christmas ones.
I've seen that popping up.
So that's the second one in the series. So I just like I'm only maybe like 12% in.
Okay.
So, and it's long, so I have
I feel like the more I read, the more I think there is no reason for a book to be over 400 pages. Like, no matter
especially
the genre,
romances,
because they don't need to go back and forth 3,000 times. We know they're going to get together. Just make it happen. But like every book I read that's like 400, 500, 600 pages, I'm like, wow, that could have been shorter, and I would have liked it more.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if it's they have to like reach some kind of like page quota before they can turn it into a publisher. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm like, all right, you know, and especially like I feel like something for Christmas time, like you don't need to go that much.
That's like Nosferatu, which I read last Christmas, which is like almost 800 pages or something.
Holy poop.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pages.
And like, for what? It's about children being murdered by Santa Claus. Anyway, okay. That's why I couldn't pick it for this podcast, because of how many pages.
Also,
but imagine
you're not catching
that.
me reading. You're not catching me reading an 800-page book in 2 weeks.
No,
it's not happening.
Definitely not. I do have some Christmas books in the queue for December for me.
Yeah, I do. I have more too.
Obviously, romances. And you have, are they all romances?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like the one I'm really looking forward to is The Good Spirits by B.K. Borison.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm starting that one as soon as I finish one day in December.
Okay. Yeah, I just got Krampus by Brahm.
Oh.
And then also David McElroy, who sent me an arc of his last new release, just sent me an arc of this new one, which is called Humbug. So excited about that, because I really liked his last one. And it comes out like the middle of December, so I have to read it soon. But,
nice.
But, you know, 'tis the season.
'Tis the season.
All right, so upcoming releases. I didn't see any.
For me. I literally looked, but I feel like we said the same thing last year. There's nothing that really comes out this time of year unless they're like Christmas books. So I feel like the tail end of the year is always kind of meh. Yeah,
and it's definitely people just trying to get in all of that reading for the top books for 2025. Because a lot of books that would come out in December wouldn't really qualify for that.
No, they wouldn't.
I tried to look at the Goodreads because, you know, they did the voting.
Yeah.
But it's not up anymore. Like any that I want to read that are on there, but none of them were like that exciting to me that I can recall.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Because I looked today. I was like, what even is coming out next month, if anything?
Yeah,
and there was
literally nothing.
Zilch.
All right, so for this month's book topic, we're gonna potentially piss some people off. Okay, I told you I had a rough day, and I did my notes when I was cranky. So this is what we're doing. I'm going to name a popular book. Okay. And you're going to tell me what that says about you if this is your favorite book, or like the type of person you are if that's your favorite book.
Okay.
Does that make sense, or should I do an example?
Let's see. I'll figure it out.
And this is derogatory You'll see based on the books. Okay.
I figured as much.
I'm going to start out strong with 2 books that we've covered. So the first one is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas.
Sarah J. Maas, yeah. Well, it's like hard for me to like really be judgmental because this is the series that got me back into reading.
Listen, we can separate the art from the artist. You know what I mean?
Because literally, like, this is the series that really jump-started me back into it. It introduced me to Bookstagram. It jump-started my love for reading again. Do I think it's as amazing as it was when I first read it? Not anymore. No, it's definitely kind of been like overhyped a little bit. But, you know, I mean, the first words that come to mind is like fairy fuckers, realistically.
It's very succinct. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I said it's giving attention seeker. I think people who read these really want to like fantasy, but can't accurately describe what they like about fantasy.
I agree with that because this did push me back into like the fantasy genre, and there's so many authors that are so much better than these books that I really like.
Exactly. And I feel like this is for people who get unhealthily attached to celebrities.
Yeah. No, this is like this generation's version of Twilight.
Oh, yes. Perfectly said. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's a good one. Butcher and Blackbird.
Fucked up people. There's definitely you have to have a certain charisma to like these books.
Charisma. Okay.
Yeah. Like a little extra oomph in your DNA. Because Bryn Weaver has a big following. Like she just had a new book that came out, Taurus Season, that came out like 2 months ago, and people are like raving about it. So
I feel like this is like moms who have a pink streak in their hair.
Yeah.
Also,
people that like want Dexter to be more sexy.
Okay. This is what I wrote. If you read this, you definitely want your partner to choke you in the bedroom, but you're too afraid to ask, so you build up resentment and fantasize about killing them instead. Also, you probably think Ted Bundy is hot.
Yeah. It's pretty spot on.
So accurate. Okay, this is so fun. Okay. Last but not least, let's go with anything by Frida McFadden.
Oh no, I'm judging you now. Like, it's giving AI, so it's giving people that are okay with reading stolen work.
I said, you are into home decor with ironic sayings on it.
Oh my God.
Like Ray Dunn or some quirky version of Live, Laugh, Love. You know, like Live, Laugh, Serial Killers or something.
No, literally.
Also, you brag about being a reader, but you would never read nonfiction even if someone paid you.
Yeah. Also spot on.
Any other ones you can think of? That's all I have for this month. If we're not attacked by an angry mob, we'll do it again next month.
I mean, I don't think so, because I feel like the real readers know what Frida McFadden is about. And so,
yeah, this is like you plow through a bunch of Frida McFadden, so you could be like, oh, I read 10 books last month, and then those 10 books were ripped off from other books and also have absolutely no substance.
Yeah.
So then, like, if you sat down to read, like, anything nonfiction or even, like, Kristen Hanna, you would be like, this is a lot.
Oh, I know.
You know?
The people who read Frida McFadden diligently could not handle Kristen Hanna.
Yeah.
Or they would look at it and be like, ew.
Yeah, I agree. They'd be like,
there's too many big words in there.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, let's stop before the pitchforks come out. And this is all to say, we did an episode on The Housemaid, and we both really liked it. Also, did you finally see the full trailer for Housemaid?
I actually don't know.
You have to watch it when we get off here. It actually looks really good.
And it does look good though, and because I feel like it is like a good. It has Paul Feig as like the director, so like I knew it was going to be pretty Hollywood.
I feel like we're comparing because like the news broke about like Verity and Housemaid at the same time, and everything we've seen of Verity so far looks so fucking cheesy, which I also think is like just the curse of Dakota Johnson.
Yeah,
like every movie she's in is just like, huh.
No, I think that's kind of accurate.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, is it her?
Because, like, it is her. I don't think she's a good actress.
No.
I think that she's very, like, one-dimensional.
Like, she's obviously a Nepo baby, but she hates being an actress. Like, she's like, if I don't sleep for 12 hours, I literally cannot function. Also, she was in that... Remember when she did that press tour after Madam Web? And she was like, literally, no one go see this movie. It's so terrible. She just hates it. But anyway, so I was kind of expecting along the same lines for Housemaid, but then I saw the previews and it looks really good. And I'm not on the Sydney Sweeney train anymore, but I think it's going to be a good one.
I think so too.
All right. So anything else on books?
No, actually. I feel like it was kind of a meh month.
Yeah, it's the end of the year. You know, and we'll have our like recap episode for the end of the year. We talk about our favorite reads and stuff, but the end of the year is just kind of nothing too exciting.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into TV. There was a lot of TV this month. I watched Married at First Sight, which you definitely have to watch because if the Love is Blind hole in your heart is not being filled, Married at First Sight will fill it. And they actually have older couples, which I love. So one of the women is like 63.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, and they have a mother-daughter. So like a mother and a daughter both get married at first sight.
Okay. That's fun.
Yeah, it's a very good season, and it's like it was shot for Lifetime, but then Peacock bought the rights and they did the editing. So I definitely think that the next season on Peacock will still be different. But if you're a Married at First Sight person, this already felt very different.
All right.
And then Squid Game's The Challenge, which is so good. Have you watched the show yet?
I have not.
You have to, first of all, because they're already confirmed at least one person from it is going to be on Perfect Match. But also, this show is so high stakes. First of all, they win $4.56 million. But that's besides the point. It is so, like, the editing is truly some of the best editing I've ever seen. And, like, better than Survivor. And you know I talk about Survivor's editing all the time. Because they will make you fall in love with a contestant by showing, they'll be on your screen for 3 minutes and then they die. And you're like, and before you know it, you're crying in episode 2. Like, it's insane. Oh my God. So I don't know if it's the casting. I don't know if it's the editing. I don't know what it is, but these people just like, you're obsessed with them. And then, 455 of them die.
Wow.
So yeah, it's definitely something to watch. And then we both watched Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, which
I like this season, actually.
Such a good season.
I feel like last season was meh.
And it's crazy because this is the most meta reality show. Like, they're so cognizant and like acknowledging that they are filming, that they are on a TV show. The entire season 3 is while season 2 is being promoted and airing. It's just so meta. Like, and the drama, just Whitney, is she the best reality TV villain we've seen in a long time? I think so.
Yeah, probably.
She's so good. And then I watched Selling the OC.
Did you finish it?
Yeah, I sure did.
I have to watch it still.
It was good. I mean, I don't really love the OC as much as I like Selling Sunset.
Yeah.
But, Alex Hall is so insufferable this season. So bad. But Polly is amazing. I completely love her. And like, I feel like every other season I'm kind of like hate love with her, but this, loved her.
It was a good one.
She looks amazing. She has like a bob now. She looks incredible. And then you don't watch Summer House, but they have Luke, who was on Summer House and was just a whole hot mess of a character. He is on this show now and could potentially be in the next season. Like, he's talking about trying to go work for the O Group. So I guess they're like seeing how people's reaction are to him being on their screen. I'm not really a fan, but people who haven't seen Summer House will probably like him.
Okay.
Yeah. So you'll have to let me know your thoughts. All right. What else did you watch reality wise?
Well, tomorrow night is the finale of Dancing with the Stars. And I have been so hooked on the season. This is probably one of the better seasons in a while. And like,
well, their ratings are up too for the first time in years.
Yeah. And the social media has been phenomenal. Like,
who's the finals?
Robert Irwin, Dylan Efron, Jordan Charles, Alex Earl, and Elaine Hendricks. And so Whitney got voted out last week, and I definitely think it's bad timing. I think she actually would have made it if the season didn't come out so close to the semifinals, because, you know, she is a good dancer. And I feel like a lot of the things that I was reading from like people's thing was that, like, yes, she was really good, but people didn't feel anything during her performances. Like, it was she didn't really have any growth because she was so good from the beginning. So that's not really what the show's about, I feel like, which is why like Andy Richter made it so freaking far, because people just like loved him. So I think her elimination wasn't a surprise. And I think it's because she really was kind of terrible on Secret Life of Mormon Wives with Dancing with the Stars specifically. Like, she only came back just so she could get on the show. So people think that now she's going to have like the Ariana Madix arc and she's going to go on Broadway.
I wouldn't be surprised if she went on Broadway.
Yeah. So they're thinking it's going to be like another Chicago scenario where she'll end up being Roxy. And I don't know if you saw, but Call Her Daddy is going to have her on Wednesday.
Oh, I'm excited for that.
So I think it's going to be some announcement about her going on Broadway.
Okay.
That's what the kind of initial buzz is. So we'll see. I'm rooting for Dylan Efron, obviously, but not even just because of him, but I love Daniela, his partner. She's definitely the best dancer in the entire show. And I just really love her. And he's doing pretty well. Like, he's not the best one. Like, if it was going to go on the best one, I think it's going to be Robert Irwin or Alex Earl. I think it's going to be a competition between the two of them actually winning.
Okay.
But yeah, so tomorrow's the finale. I'm really excited. So we'll see who takes it, who takes the Mirror Ball trophy.
I loved seeing Zac Efron coming to see Dylan Efron. He's like, "Are those scores good?" He has no idea what the fuck's going on.
I know. But like, you know, a lot of people too were saying they kind of respect him more for like not coming until right now because he really doesn't want to take it away from like Dylan. You know what I mean? So, but I love their little sister. She's actually my favorite Efron, if we're being honest here.
Yeah, she's really cute. Imagine how Zac Efron feels every day knowing that he's not the hot Efron anymore.
I know.
That's gotta be hard. You know?
Because, like, Dylan is so humble, too. And, like, he's just, like, a little cinnamon roll.
And he's such a different attractiveness. Whereas, like, Zac Efron is a pretty boy. Like, he looks like a Hollywood actor. And I feel like that's not really what's in the zeitgeist right now of an attractive man, you know?
No. Actually, I saw something. Who was I talking to recently? But people are saying that, like, film is just going to kind of fall by the wayside because it's just like so much streaming and like other people, you know, I feel like kind of Hollywood stars aren't in the world of influencers and like social media. They're kind of overtaking people's attention comparative to like Hollywood.
Yeah.
So
I think it's also one of those things we talk about where it's like the technology is moving so quickly that it's not protecting the artist.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's not ways for these actors who are on these streaming services and these movies that go straight to streaming, et cetera, to like get their worth.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And no one wants to make a movie that costs $100 million unless it's a Marvel movie or something.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I could definitely see that.
So we'll see. I mean, obviously the film industry is not going anywhere regardless. It's going to still be.
Yeah,
you know,
it'll just change. They'll always
it's
adapt.
just that's all it is. It's just ever changing.
Right.
So, and then I did start Love Island Australia. The new season is on Hulu. So I started that. I'm only a few episodes in, but there's like a couple, like I think there's like 2 weeks worth out, maybe 3 actually now at this point.
Okay.
But I started that. And then Eric and I watched Red One, which was the Chris Evans, Dwayne Johnson Christmas movie that came out last year.
Yeah, how was it?
It was okay. Like, it was a Dwayne Johnson movie, so it's what you expect, you know. And the director that did it did the new Jumanjis, so it's got like that kind of vibe. Like, it's definitely like an action Christmas movie, and like Santa's ripped. It's, you know, it's just. Didn't
we see the preview for that one? We did. Wicked last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I watched it.
Okay.
And it's on Prime if anyone is interested in watching it. I just love Chris Evans, so I'll pretty much watch anything that he's in. I'll give it a chance.
I love Dwayne Johnson too.
Oh, I know. No, he's
like
amazing.
You said, it's very.
But he's he has one character, and that's
100%.
That's in every single movie. Mm-hmm. But I feel like there's other things I watched this month that I just don't remember. But it might just be like Survivor, Dancing with the Stars, and like Hell's Kitchen, like nothing new.
Yeah, everything is just kind of still on
until we're getting to the.
I will say Survivor is pissing me the fuck off because I'm so tired of hearing about Rizzo's idol. I'm tired of it. But at this point, idol off the beach.
At this point,
he should win.
He should win. To go to back-to-back tribals, not play your idol, and 3 still be here is actually, it's blasphemy.
He's going to go home with that as a souvenir.
Literally. And I really liked Savannah in the beginning, but not anymore. No. Not when she was like, I deserve this. And I was like,
she was like, ooh. No one is more deserving.
Ooh.
I was like,
ooh. Because you were bullied once? Like, okay. Like, come on.
And like, never mind. I'm not going to touch that. Trauma is trauma, but.
Yeah. So like right now I think I'm rooting for Steven. I really, really like Steven a lot. So I think that he's kind of my front runner for the moment. And Jawan is oddly endearing to me now.
I know. He's grown on me.
I really disliked him. And now I'm like, all right, I like you now.
I do think he's too trusting, so I don't think he'll win.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still rooting for Soph.
Yeah, I think that she has a good shot too, because she's very much under the radar.
But she needs to be the one to get rid of Rizzo. And Savannah, probably.
Or Savannah.
Yeah. I hope the rest of the season is better, because it's just been like the past 3 weeks have been just boring. And like people
That's
that
what
I
people
liked
have been
have
saying.
been kicked out.
Yeah,
so
I know. Like I was really bummed about Nate.
Yeah. And then I was starting to like MC, and then she got out. I'm like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who went home last week?
Alex.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I did love Alex's exit, though, where he's like, oh, man.
He's like, you guys do talk to each other? He's like, that's what I get for playing. That's what I get for playing both sides. And I'm like, all right, well, at least you can admit it. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's like basically all I've been watching. Well, and like Christmas. I've been watching a lot of Christmas movies, but like usual ones.
Yeah, so. I have a couple in my queue that I have to watch. I'm sure that my mom and I will watch some movies when she's here. I did finally watch Frankenstein last night.
Oh, how was it? Did you like it?
I did like it. The budget for this movie was $125 million.
I mean, I believe it.
Insane. I will say it didn't feel like 2.5 hours. It didn't feel that long. But it was missing a lot. Like the dialogue and the score and the cinematography were like incredible. Like even just Jacob Elordi as Frankenstein's monster was looking fine. Okay. I was like, my personality trait is that I think Frankenstein's monster is hot. But anyway.
No, people are like obsessed with him.
Yeah, which is like kind of not true to Frankenstein, obviously. Like he's supposed to be, you know, not hot. But anyway, not the point. So I loved it as a movie, like cinematically, but there was like so much missing with the characters. Like you didn't really see enough of their like character arcs, but it's like the movie's 2.5 hours. So what was going on for 2.5 hours? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I feel like as a movie, it was great, but as Frankenstein, it could have been a lot better, you know? But I'm glad I finally watched it. It was very well done.
I am going to watch it because it's gotten so much like media attention.
Yeah, and it's obviously not scary. You know, there's a little bit of gore, but not anything.
No,
crazy.
but and like I'm gore is not what bothers me. It's like jump scares.
Yeah, no jump scares. And there was like, it breaks my heart when you watch the monster like trying to discover the world around him. I don't know. It's a very I have to read that book. But it's a very fucked up concept, you know?
Yeah. I think I read it once, but not the entire thing. It was like some required reading for one of my college classes, I think. But I didn't actually finish it. But people are also really talking about Mia Goth.
Yeah, I love Mia Goth, but I love her in the Ty West movies, so Maxine, Pearl, and X. And she's amazing in that, which in all of those movies, she plays two different characters. Apparently in Frankenstein, she played two different characters.
She did.
But I don't know what the other character was.
The mom or something? She wore like a prosthetic.
Yeah, so everyone, because I was listening to a podcast about it, and they were like, oh, I don't even believe it was her because she looked so different. I'm looking up right now.
Yeah, because I saw like something, actually I think it was on Tumblr. She like wore, or maybe it was on Instagram. There was like it was on Instagram. There was like a video, I think it was on the Netflix Instagram.
Okay.
And they showed her like getting the prosthetic, and they showed her like which character it was. And it was like some mom, I think.
It's yes. It's Victor Frankenstein's mom.
Mom. Mm-hmm.
Okay, when I look at them side by side, I can kind of see it, but I never would have known this. So Mia Goth's gimmick is just like, I will always play two characters.
Mm-hmm.
So even with a budget of $125 million, they were like, we're going to save some money because we're getting Mia Goth.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I will say I liked her better in those other movies because, once again, this one, like, you didn't really get to know her that well.
Yeah.
But her dialogue was incredible. Like, the whole movie is just, like, very poetic and, you know. Deep.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch it.
Yeah, I think you'll like it. And then I still have to watch Weapons, which is another...
Yeah, I want to see that
one of the biggest horror movies of the year. So that's on my list, too. Did I watch anything else? No. Did I listen to any podcasts? No, because I was listening to all these damn audiobooks. Did you listen to any podcasts this month?
None that like really stuck. I feel like it was kind of the same thing for me. I didn't really listen to that many podcasts this month. It was kind of a slower month for me. I mean, obviously I listened to like the Survivor recaps with like the Jeff Probst and Tyson's, but that's really about it.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, well, I think that's all we have.
Well, I wanted to touch briefly on our little music segment. The Kelsea Ballerini Chase Stokes tea has been very... I haven't done a deep dive, but there was a lot of backlash against Kelsea Ballerini in one of her songs because it sounds like she's kind of being a mean girl. And the song was about Madeline Klein from Outer Banks.
Okay.
And so before her EP Mount Pleasant came out last week, I had sent you the post. They were like, oh, Kelsea Ballerini and Chase Stokes are back together. And I'm like, they knew this is what I needed. I'm like, this is great. And then the EP came out, and then all of a sudden it was discovered that no, they're actually not back together. And that they're apparently very toxic together. And like, I don't think he's great. I mean, I'm not saying she's probably great either, because she also had like a really toxic marriage as well. So I think that maybe relationships aren't her strong suit, or his. But he like posted these things to his story and then deleted them because you didn't see it. I sent it to you and you were like, oh, it's gone. I was like, oh my, like he literally wrote these things. He's like, don't believe the media. He's like, unfortunately, I'm still blocked on everything, etc., etc. So like they definitely had like a bad breakup. But it's like weird because he still has her all over his Instagram. So the man is definitely still like pining for his ex, but I feel like that's probably his MO.
Yeah,
he's like a pretty
to
boy,
look like the
Hollywood.
The good guy.
Yeah, but anyway, so she kind of got some backlash with her album because it kind of felt, and I kind of get like the mean girl, you know, because I think that they kind of, I forget what the exact wording is, but I think she alluded to like Madeline Klein being like easy or something. So I don't know, but I was like very much, because I was very invested in this couple, and it's always upsetting when it's like a bad fallout, and then it kind of reflects badly on both people.
Well, yeah, because when you said that they're calling her a mean girl, I'm like, she's allowed to write about her breakup, but if she's talking about the other girl, we don't like that.
No, the entire song was like basically about, because I think she had kind of like a jealous streak. And I think if Madeline was ever texting Chase, she was like getting upset about it.
Well, and also they were together when they filmed the last season of Outer Banks.
Yeah. And when I fell down the Reddit rabbit hole, he like wasn't hanging out with the cast because of Kelsey.
Okay.
So, you know, it's worth a Reddit rabbit hole dive if you're bored one night. Interesting. All right.
Maybe you just like stop shitting where you eat. Like, stop
literally
sleeping with all your coworkers.
There's like a 1 in 5 chance that it actually works out. Unless you're like Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze Jr., it's not happening.
Exactly. Like, date after the show is over.
You know, literally.
We're already getting enough emotional distress from Outer Banks, okay?
Mm-hmm.
God, I'm so glad that.
But, yeah, I was, you know, a little bummed about where
really
this
sorry
went.
For your loss.
As you should be. Thank you so much. You know, I invest heavily in celebrities. I don't know why, but I do. Because
you liked ACOTAR.
Exactly. And I'm an attention seeker.
I was spot on with that celebrity, you know. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to dive into this. It's probably going to come from my TikTok now that we're talking about it, but okay.
Probably. But let me know what you find and what your thoughts are, because you might see something new from what I've recently, because I think I fell down the rabbit hole like last Friday or last weekend.
Who knows what could have happened by now. Okay. Yeah, I don't have any music or any music tea.
Again, it's the end of the year. Nothing really comes out, especially because the Grammys nominations are out already. So we probably won't see much of anything until like the new year.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. Well, that's all we've got. If you like what you heard, please make sure to follow, subscribe, and rate and review the podcast on whatever platform you're listening on. If you have any book recommendations or questions for us, you can email us at fullybookedcalfpod@gmail.com. Also, go and follow us on our socials to see our upcoming reads. We're on Instagram and TikTok at fullybookedcalfpod. Thanks for checking us out, and remember,
if you need us, we're fully booked.
Bye!